Hey, what's going on everybody? It's March Gaming here with some more Minecraft Bedrock content. Today we are going to be working on this massive underground sugarcane farm. This is our second row. Each row has about 5 levels and I think 11 across. And so each tile, large scale tiles, about 55 sugarcane. And so this is the second of what will be probably 3, but we're likely going to rip out another 20 blocks up top and do another 2 to 3 stacks on top of each of these layers. So that's what we're starting with, but right now we need to get up to the top, I believe. One of the issues we're going to run into here soon is going to be running out of some of our resources. And so we'll need to go ahead and fill up a few more of these here soon. Let's see, I think we've got, yeah, water is what we're out of, but we have water in there, so we can go ahead and finish off this layer. And so the goal here, it's a very simple, just observer piston idea, but that when these pop off, they'll get shot into the back of this tile and then fall straight down. Underneath is going to be a bunch of water streams pushing the entities down here, where they're going to go over and follow up into an item elevator over there and directly into a storage system that we have up on the surface. So that's what it's going to end up having. We got a few things we need to do before we get to that point. Looks like we are out of pistons. We'll go craft a few more of those. I believe we have everything we need now. We were running out of cobble, surprisingly, but we went and got some more. And we'll go ahead and craft up the remainder of observers that we can. That'll be our first major roadblock as we're going to run into, is running out of quartz. We'll just max them out. Yeah, that should be great. And while we're down here, we can go ahead and fill up our water. We may want to grab a little bit more stone too. We'll probably run out of that here soon. I think we have plenty of everything else. Yeah, not there, right over here. I think we fill this one in as well. And then we'll throw some lighting here on the back of this so that we can have, because I believe that sugarcane are transparent blocks, so I'm not sure if mobs can spawn on a sugarcane spot like that or not, but wouldn't hurt to throw a few more torches just to be safe. Out. Now we'll be interested to see what kind of issues we run into, because there is the 1 block space where the redstone is. And I mean, the goal here isn't to make something that is lossless or something that's the most efficient farm. We just want something that's going to be efficient enough. We don't need ridiculous amounts of sugarcane, but we want to have a pretty healthy supply for our villager trading hall, as well as to use them for books. And so we'll hopefully have enough, and if we get too much, then we can compost it, which would also be a positive to get us a renewable source of bone meal. That is not where these are supposed to go. Not enough room to jump over. Okay, now I think all we need to do on this one is just plant the sugarcane, and then we can head over to the next tile. Oops. And so what I'm hoping is that each full harvest, which will never happen, they'll all be firing at different times, but in theory, if every stalk was to grow all the way at the same time, each harvest would give us about 4 to 5 stacks of sugarcane. Not a ton, but a pretty decent amount for what will be just a very passive, in the background farm. I'm sure we'll lose some of that up there. Yeah, no worries. Okay, and so we only want a 1 block space. So right here is where we're going to start our next row. Can rip those out. Yeah, we get more sugarcane when we go to plant all that, but we won't have enough quartz anyway, so we'll need to go to the nether soon to go get more quartz, which would be obnoxious. Okay, so I think we go 3 wide is what we're working with. Let's take a quick peek over here and see if that's what we got. Yeah. On top of that's where the water will go, and then it'll be dirt, and then just solid blocks. Alright, yeah, we do have 1 more bucket here, and so we'll take our bucket, and it's nice that we can throw it in the middle, and it's wide enough that it'll hydrate the ground all the way across. So we just need 1 water source, and that's not going to be going anywhere, so we don't have to worry about having a 4 or 5 different sources back here used to be able to make 1 full complete row of hydrated ground. So that is one nice benefit of doing it this short of a distance. I think that's going to be it. Yeah, we used all of the observers on the last one. Okay, so quick nether trip to grab some quartz and then back at it. I don't know if we have a fortune pick handy. Yeah, we may have to just use this one for now. And that'll be fine. Fortunately, our portal is very close, so we can just hop in real quick. And it will not take long to grab enough quartz for us to get the rest of these in place. So quick sidetrack. main issue we're gonna run into is just the location of our spawn. We'll have to, I think over that way might be the fastest way for us to get out of the nether, or out of this basalt delta, so that we can find, I guess I probably want some blocks too while we're in here. There's ghast, just so we can cover up some of this lava while we're going around. That should be plenty. So there is some over there, but it doesn't look like an easy way to get there. So we'll come back down this way. And hopefully we can find a couple decent little pockets here quickly. Oh, it looks like there's some right over here. Swear, yeah, there we go. Nice. And so we're probably just gonna go until we get about a stack or so of quartz. And that should give us enough observers to be able to finish off the rest of this build as it currently sits. If we do decide to expand it, we can just come back and get a little bit more quartz later. But a stack, ooh, that was a little further down than I expected it to be. So hopefully it won't be too much, and hopefully it won't take too long. It'd be helpful if we had a fortune pick, but we currently broke our fortune pick, and so we've got to wait a little bit. Now that we have our villager trading hall in place, it's just a matter of collecting enough XP and then systematically upgrading all of our tools. One of the first will be a solid efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, mending, fortune pick, which we have all the books for. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get enough XP to go ahead and upgrade all of those tools. Let's see if we can snag this gold while we're up here. We'll swap in. Yeah, we'll bring this down onto the hotbar. Oh, come on, man. I hate these things. Get out of here. Easily the most obnoxious mob, in my opinion, of those little freaking guys. Hey, thanks, man. XE0, appreciate it, dude. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a great day. For me, it's a pretty great day. I've had about a week and a half off of work, had some PTO saved up, and took some time here around the holidays and just hanging out, so. Hey, thanks, dude. Old software engineering vibe. Yeah, man. I work in technology, not in software engineering, but there's definitely some folks I know that rock this whole headphone beard vibe. But yeah, I appreciate it, dude. You're depressed because you only wear black hoodies and your TV is black, your bed is black, you have 13 black children in your basement. Well, that sounds like a depressing environment, so hopefully you can pull yourself out of that, man. Yeah, so today we're working on a big old underground sugarcane farm. We just finished off a very large villager trading hall. We've got all the trades that we could ever want. Now it's just a matter of building up enough infrastructure and farms so that we can have, renewable sources of emeralds, as well as I'm going to be using it as an XP farm a lot here early game. So we're still pretty early game. We haven't gone to the nether yet, and so we don't have elytras or shulkers yet. We will get it soon, but not quite yet. One of the first things we were going for was just trying to get that sugarcane farm, or sorry, not the sugarcane farm, get the villager trading hall in so that we can have pretty easily reliable sources of getting all of our XP and everything. Well, hey, thanks for the follow, guys. I appreciate you stopping by. I'm usually going to be streaming couple of weekdays in the evening here, about 4 hours later than what we have now. Today's a little bit different here on the Saturday. It might become a frequent thing to be out on Saturdays around this time, but I'll be updating my stream schedule here in the next week or two as the new year starts and a few other things get figured out. But appreciate you guys stopping by and dropping a follow, and hopefully you can stick around for a bit today, and hopefully we can see you some more in the future. But yeah, so most of my content is going to be Minecraft, it's going to be Bedrock. Currently the world that we're in, like I said, it's a relatively new one, and the main theme for it is we found a really uniquely generated biome, and we'll show it off here in a minute as we get out of the nether. We'll just snag these last few, and those will be it for today, and then we can head back to the farm. Started streaming just a few weeks ago, really brand new at it, so still figuring everything out. Clearly I'm a bit of a noob, as you can probably tell at streaming, but and so with the world, we found a cool spawn, and then the goal is to build everything around the land rather than building our builds on top of it, if that makes sense. What I mean by that is forcing all of our builds to be shaped around the world spawn, to be shaped around the way that things are naturally generated, and really embrace the unique different generations and biomes that we have. So it'll make a bit more sense as we get to see it here in just a second. But so that's kind of what led to, we've got a lot of underground builds, a lot of stuff on mountaintops and kind of around things. And so it'll be really fascinating as things get going more, how it all shapes out. I believe we're right over there. Let's see if we can not fall in lava as we're trying to get back. The one challenge of this particular nether spawn is getting around. The salt deltas are great. Love to get all the resources. Blackstone is probably my favorite block, but having to get around the nether like this is a bit obnoxious. Maybe we're over that way? And so hopefully we can find our way out of here. Yeah, I'm seeing lots of cobble over there, so that must be where we're at. And right now, all of my gear is trashed. Lost my helmet, lost my boots, and I'm not intending on replacing them quite yet. I've got a limited amount of diamonds, but what we're hoping to do is to get a few armorers and weaponsmiths and toolsmiths in our trading hall. Those are the last few slots we haven't filled yet. And once we get those, then we'll just get our diamond gear from there, disenchant it, re-enchant it with all of our other stuff, and that's how we'll go. So yeah, our world spawn is right down over that way. Came exploring around, found this really unique kind of hills generation, and decided that we would just build everything as a part of this and around it. And so we've got our starter storage area in here. It's nothing too crazy. This is just temporary as we build out our infrastructure. But as we get further along, this will become a bit more advanced and probably have a lot of automated storage that'll be going into it, as well as a few other things. Probably expand it down is what I'm thinking. So this can become a very large storage area. But so we've got this area here. Underneath here, we've got a very small little starter furnace base. We've got our small enchanting setup down underneath here. And each of these little cutouts naturally spawned like that. And we've just gone through and expanded them a little bit, added a little bit of detail. We'll do some more detailing later. But like I said, the idea is to embrace the natural terrain that we've got going. Over here is just a little bit of farming. This is a melon and pumpkin farm that we built recently. But the main building that we've been working on has been our villager trading hall that we'll show off here in just a second. It's another one. There was already a pretty large cavern underneath this mountain, and we just expanded it a bit further and then decked it out. And so the last thing we need to do decoration-wise is we're going to put in a piston door here, probably just a 2x2, and so we'll expand this area. And so we'll have kind of a cool hidden piston door. But like I said, all of this more or less already started like that, and we just came in and expanded it, added a little detail down our staircase. And apparently a zombie got in here. Two of them. Oh, brother. Yeah, so right there apparently is not spot proof. But yes, we've got some of our storage here, and this is where our sugarcane is going to funnel up. Right down here, our farm is all the way down on the bottom. But so we've got all of the different trades that we'll need now. We've got all of our different librarians with the books. We've got our golden carrots, plus a lot of the farmers that we can trade all these resources that we're getting to. We've got a couple of clerics for ender pearls, plus redstone, lapis. And then over here is where we're going to be putting in our armorers, weaponsmiths, toolsmiths, and all that good stuff. I'll just take care of these jokers real quick, and then we'll need to go throw it. I'll probably just knock that block out, because I want to keep the roof pretty dark. Yeah, and this bow is trash. Where'd that guy go? I feel like somebody was hitting me. Let's see if we can reach it. Ugh, nah, I think we still got... Yeah, we'll just use a couple of these to get up there. That should be the only spot. I thought I'd gotten all those little potential holes like that, but clearly I missed that one. And I think that looks like that's probably it. Alright, well that's good enough. Let's go ahead and head back down to our sugarcane farm that we're working on and get back in it. So this is going to be a water stream. Just kind of mapped out where it's going to go. It's going to need to go down one more block, and then we'll encase it. But so the sugarcane is going to funnel out of this area, be brought down through here into an item elevator, and then that's going to pop it right up into our storage system, and we'll have some hoppers and chests up there that it'll funnel directly into. And so the idea is this will be a place we won't ever need to really physically come back into. And so right now we've got two fully completed, and this third one we've started of each of these tiles, I guess you would call them. There's 5 levels. Each one has 11 across, and so 55 sugarcane per tile, and so a little over 150, about 165 is what a full harvest would look like as far as 1 per. If each one gets up to 3, we'd be at over 300 sugarcane for 1 full harvest. Of course, sugarcane's kind of slow, and so bulk is a necessity. Okay, so let's bring, we need all, man, probably did not, yeah, we do not have enough cobble. We'll just go ahead and throw all this down and use this crappy pick that we've got to turn it into cobble. It's one of those things that until you're building a bunch of redstone stuff, just never think you're gonna run out of cobble, but frequently do run low. Yeah, so let's grab it. Oh, and I'm using the freaking silk touch pick again. Come on. And so with the sugarcane, the main goal is going to be turning most of it into paper to use to trade with all of our librarians to level them up is the first thing. Most of them are still on just their first set of trades. Few are into their second. I think 1 or 2 is into their third. But sugarcane is going to be the best way early on that we can level them up and see what the rest of their trades are. They've got some really valuable high-level trades like... oh man, name tags are a great one. Lots of lanterns, glass, a handful of other things that are very helpful to be able to farm directly from them. And so that's one of the main things that we want to be getting from the librarians, in addition to the actual books and enchanted books that they'll be providing for us. Let's see, we need to get our iron down here as well. So we have just 3 pistons. We'll max out. So we got 18 observers now. And we're out of cobble again. Alright, one more quick detour. And this should hopefully be the last detour, and then we can finally finish this thing off. should still have plenty of cobble up here. It's just a matter of bringing it down. I think we've got plenty of wood, so I don't think we need to bring any more wood with us down there. Cobble is what we're gonna run out of the most. Throw down a little bit more iron and maybe a little bit more redstone as well, just to make sure we have plenty of everything. I guess we might as well pull these out. I didn't realize we had a couple of those in there. All right, now we should have wood. We're just gonna toss this trash out of here. We will throw down an item elevator somewhere down here to get up into that area as well. Because like I said, this is just going to be an item elevator and one a water elevator so we can get up. But I'm not sure yet if we want that right next to this one or somewhere else, because there's the possibility I may utilize some of this other space down here to do a few other farms, maybe expand the melon pumpkin farm into a much bigger place. And there's lots of caves and things all around through here we've gone through and lit up and explored, and so there's lots of potential space that we could utilize. So we'll probably expand this way as well. All right, we'll do the rest of those. What does that put us at? 37. And so what did we run out of? Oh, just redstone. Okay. That's close enough. Not perfectly even, but even enough for now. And this is quickly turning into a very messy little spot, so we'll just chuck all this trash in there and come back for it all later. And then if we get that out of here. Should be all set now. Oh, no, we need sugarcane. Now we should be all set. Nope, we need stone. Oh, brother. Now we should have everything we need. Okay, so we've got those in, and so next we're going to throw down the observers up here. And then we'll do our redstone layer here. On the hotbar. Okay, and then here on the back side, I'm going to throw down a few torches. Don't know if these are necessary. I know that sugarcane reads as a transparent block, so I'm not 100% that mobs cannot spawn on them. So I'm just throwing a few precautionary torches just to be safe. Doesn't hurt, and at least makes it look better as we can go around and actually see up onto the layers. But like I said, it is not an essential step, and I don't even believe it's necessary. Alright, now that one is all done. Just throw another dirt layer up here, and we'll come back through and place the actual sugarcane here when we're fully finished with this tile. Oh, and the water, God. Alright, now we've got everything. Piston layer next. And this is a very simple, easy farm. It's one that I've done, a dozen or two times, and so it's really easy to replicate. It's just a matter of going through and doing it. Like I said earlier, it's all about quantity and scale with sugarcane. sugarcane spawns and generates and grows slowly. And so you need to have a lot of potential areas for it to grow if you want it to be able to generate large amounts of it. Otherwise, it's just going to always be out. One of the best ways to do it that I found is if you have a skeleton farm, there are easy ways using bone meal that you can create just a one spot place. Basically the same exact setup. Only difference is from one of these sides you would put in a dispenser with bone meal. It would just grow this up automatically and have it on a little clock to keep ticking, and then it would fire through and you get a lot of sugarcane very quickly. Problem is you need to have a ton of bone meal. So if you do have a skeleton spawner, then you can make a much more efficient and quickly producing sugarcane farm. We do not have a skeleton spawner, so sticking with the traditional standard route, I guess you could say. Yeah, we're gonna run out of observers again. So we'll have to go make some more. I think we have all the pieces that we need to actually craft them this time, though. Throw down a few torches every so often. That's plenty. We got 2 more layers to go too. Wow, I'm surprised. Okay, and we'll throw down this dirt layer and then we'll go back and craft up the rest of those observers that we will hopefully need. Yeah, because we have water too, so. Yeah, not need 32. We'll just go until, oh, we'll need 22. That's easy enough. 11 on each row. So 22 should be plenty. Did we loot? How did that? What? It's supposed to be a unlimited water source. What the heck happened there? Huh. Well, okay, that's broken. Let's try it again. So we'll put it there and we put it there. It was working for the whole time. I don't know how it broke. I think we've still got a little more scaffolding on us. We do. So that should be enough to take us all the way to the top. Yep, I think we're all the way at the roof now. Oh, torch in the way. Second. Alright, the only other thing that we might be running out of soon would be stone as well, but that's one that we have plenty left. We would have to go grab it. Alright. Okay, let's put down our pistons. Now, one of the reasons why I built this where it was is I'm hoping that this chunk should be loaded while I'm in most of the other places of my base that I'll come to. It'll be close. The main concern that I have is we might run into issues where the top of the farm might be loaded and the bottom would not be. And so I don't know what that would do with the water sources and with the items. So for example, if the top 3 layers are all loaded, they will be popping off and growing like normal. What happens to those sugarcane as they get broken and fall down? So be curious to monitor that and see what happens. But worst case scenario, if that does happen and it is not functional, then we can just come AFK at it a few times and it shouldn't be an issue. Just won't be as passive as I had hoped. That was one of the goals with this, is that it would be a very passive way to collect all the resources that we needed without having to actually come and AFK anywhere. I think we have one more bucket on us, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, we should have plenty of everything to finish this one off. And so after this, we'll go build the water elevator and make sure that that is all functional. We have all the pieces for it that we'll need. It's just a matter of clearing the path, really. I guess we will need to probably craft up a few signs, but we have all the supplies we'll need for that down here. Space. We'll place these down first. Oh, that's not where you're supposed to go. There it is. Put a few more torches in just to make sure the tops of these are not spawnable. We should have plenty of light that won't be an issue. If it does turn into an issue, we can just easily come and slab all of this, but I think that's plenty well lit up. We won't have anything. Oh, and it's 1 high, but I don't know if mobs can spawn on a redstone dust. I'm not sure. Tuck our way through here. Place the sugarcane, and the farm itself will be complete for now. Like I said, there's a good chance. I don't know how, we'll see what the rates are like as we're just passively going about our business and our base. If it is lower than what we'd like, we'll come back and add a few more layers up top. That would be the easiest way to expand it. I could also do another layer probably here to the side. Yeah, there's definitely room for it. We'll see if we need to come back and do that. That may be the first way then that we would look at expanding it. One more layer. Okay. So I'm sure we'll lose a few up here. The other ones, don't worry about them. Now, one thing we do need to do is figure out an alternative way up. And I may, yeah, because that'll be in the way. Let me just tuck some scaffolding in, because we haven't built the water elevator that we're going to need a little bit later. Not constructed it yet. Ugh, one short. Because that should pop all of it down, yeah. So I think what we're gonna do, just tuck it in here, and we should be able to just jump up there. And then just leave scaffolding in there. I think it's gonna break the scaffolding. Come on, get out of here. Alright, that takes us all the way up there. Add these in for our old school way for now. We'll need to move this chest too, and that's full of junk. Well, I know I need this and these now, so we'll prioritize those. I did not have an axe on me, I don't think. Okay, where's the actual chest? See if we can get lucky and grab it here eventually. There it is. Okay. We'll throw all this junk down here for now. So we'll probably want the glass. We don't need those or this. Don't need the redstone. Don't need that. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab most of the rest of this. How much? Yeah, we should have enough inventory space. I think I did have the axe on me. Sure, we're a few short. We'll come back and pick those up, throw them in here. And then we need to work on expanding our little water path that we're going to use. We have plenty of space. We've got the soul sand that we'll need. We're gonna use glass on the sides just so we can watch everything flow up. And so we've got plenty of ice as well that we'll use to make the water source blocks. But one thing we do need to do is I'm going to light up a little bit more space in here. So a lot of these torches are gonna get washed away. And that should be more than enough. We might do a couple underneath here. So rip that out, but we need this to come down one more block. Maybe two. How much? This is 11 across. Yeah, I need to have this come down 2 blocks. And that way we'll just have a quick step down halfway through. So we just have to use one water source block and it'll be continually flowing the whole way across. And so we'll have, I guess we'll take that. Like I said, the aesthetics of this don't matter because it's all going to be, oh, we need signs all the way across there. This is not going to be an area we're coming to frequently. It's not going to be, this is just going to be under the ground, in the background, and so we won't need anything that's aesthetically pleasing. But we do need to craft up a bunch of signs. Alright, 16 should be plenty to fill us up here. Plus, as we go over to the actual elevator, we'll need a couple of signs. There it is. Okay. Let's see, then we can jump up here because I think that should be all set. We'll just need to add one water source where that block is, and that should bring us down through there. Then we'll add a few ice spots throughout to make sure the items keep flowing smoothly. Hey, and there's our first little harvest. Dope. We need those to be one level higher, otherwise they're just gonna float there. Why is it coming down? What am I missing? Huh. I thought that would get them. Alright, let's block off that again, and then we'll just replace those signs up one higher. That's obnoxious. No big deal though. And that went down far. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll place them here and just go all the way across like this. And that should stop it then. Don't know if the last one's necessary, but we'll keep it just in case. All right, now let's see if that'll stop the water sources. Okay, perfect. So that's all set. We'll take that out, so the water will flow down here. We'll probably place in ice there. I know we'll do ice here. I suppose we don't have any packed ice, we'll have to make some. But we should have enough ice blocks, that won't be an issue. We're gonna come up to our crafting table though. I'm just gonna do about 4 or 5 packed ice and see if we can make it worth with that. Because that should give us enough still to make enough water sources. We'll see. I guess to conserve those, we can use our buckets now to make sure we do have enough. Oh, that's not what we're supposed to grab. Yeah, this pick is about to break. It's got on breaking 3 on it, so it's still got a little bit of life left in it. But we are about to go ham on some villager trades. It's got mending, and so we're going to go and repair it here soon. Silk touch, so we'll need to do it that way. But yeah, thanks for the heads up, Mr. Lemony Muncher. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, right now, if you take a look at my gear, everything is a hot mess. We just finished a large villager trading haul, and so we had all the enchants. We've been keeping unenchanted gear, waiting for that. But now we really need to collect up some XP so we can go enchant everything and get some decent gear and tools that aren't falling apart. Okay, so we will plug out, we'll do that one so it's a little bit faster. Throw in a packed ice and a sign. Put these next to each other. Yeah, it'll take us through to the corner, and so we'll throw this here, and then a sign there, and then we can just start a new one going down this way, and we should be set. Right now, we are just finishing off a large underground sugarcane farm. You can kind of see a little bit of it here as we bounce along, but there's 3 sections like that, so only one is visible, but there's 2 behind it. And so there's about 165 individual sugarcane plants that are all back there. And so right now we're just building the water streams to bring it up to our collection system, which is going to be up about 30 blocks in our trading hall. And so we're just doing all this underground with the hopes of it being a passive collection system that'll automatically shoot up to our trading hall so we can just go ahead and trade for it right away. And so we've got some decent production already. I think about 26 is what we've seen just while we've been building these few water sources and everything. Okay, because I think it's this one right here where it's at. Yeah, we'll need to take that out for now. Come on, there we go. I think we have the soul sand on us. We do. So we'll swap that here. And the soul sand's gonna go down there. We may need to put it down one further actually, I think. Just to make sure that when the water comes to it, the items will be flowing up already instead of being sometimes stuck on there. I am on PS4 is what we're rocking today. Yeah, I think we do have just enough packed ice. So we'll take out, how many blocks do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so we're fine to take this one out and throw this one here. And then we'll do the same thing on that block. We'll go craft a couple more signs, but then we can just take it right in there. Perfect. I'll come back through and probably encase this as well, just so no mobs or anything come down in and clog it up. I don't know what that would do to the storage system up top. It would probably just despawn eventually, but we'll see. Oh, we did have a few more signs. We do not need to craft anymore. I don't know if we'll need any more water from the buckets, but I'll take them just in case. All right, so before we get started with that, I'm gonna throw in 2 signs here. And then we will need to block this in a little bit. And that will be enough. Oh, and that's not enclosed. Okay, so that should be set to take us all the way up now. Probably grab a couple of torches while we're down here before I do this last step, just to make sure that we have everything covered, that no mobs are gonna spawn down. I think they could spawn on those ice blocks. I'm not sure with the sign might cancel it out, but safe. How do you stream peace? I've been wanting to for a while. Oh, thanks for the follow, man, appreciate it. So a couple of things. So I've got a capture card that will transmit it to a laptop that I've got. And then I've got a few different connections that I plug in. So I've got the mic as a USB mic. Got dual monitors that are all connected into, what is it even called? It's like basically a USB hub. And so plug a lot of these tools into the USB hub so there's enough ports. And then the laptop is basically the place that a lot of it happens. And so it's on the PS4, come through the capture card, and then all the stream software is on the laptop, and then it gets sent up just through the Wi-Fi signal that I've got. So nothing too crazy, and it can be a little stodgy at times, so works for now. Goal will be to eventually upgrade the whole system in time, but that'll take a minute. We'll get there eventually. Okay, what was I trying to grab? Torches. Oh, we did have some again. Keep thinking we're out of stuff. Just want to just make sure everything's lit up down here. And we'll do one more there. Okay, what were we at? 33, so 10 more. Okay, I'm just curious how much it produces. All right. Final one will go there. Should drop us through. Oh, we need one more ice there. Dang it, I forgot. Okay, hopefully we've got enough of the ice to take us all the way up to the top. I think it's gonna be close. Ugh. Yeah, it leaves us with 24. I even had packed ice up in the base, just didn't think to bring it with me. Okay. So that should send everything through. And now let's try to pillar up and see if we have enough ice to make this all water sources. If not, we can do some alternative stuff to figure it out, but I'm hoping this can take us there. Oh, Oh, it's gonna be close. I don't know if it's gonna make it. Dang. Okay, so we are 1, 2, 3. Oh, we are a lot short. Okay. Just so I know where the water sources ended, we'll throw down a torch. And I think we might just collect all these up rather than try to come back through halfway, unless some have already melted. Okay, I think we're okay. All right, quick ice collection. We'll need about another 15, 20 more, it looks like. And so we've got a very small temporary ice farm that's just right on our base, so we can go over there real quick. I guess we do have to come all the way back through all this nonsense first. So we do not have a good way to get out of here yet. So that's something we need to figure out. For now, just this janky little scaffolding we got going. But so this is a massive room. We dug most of this out by hand. It goes back probably 30 blocks or so. It's about 40 tall, I think. I could be very off on the math, and then it's 11 across. And so quite a few hundred blocks we dug out. There was a natural cave a little bit that went through here. That's why we chose this spot. And so we started with a good little shell and then just expanded it a lot. How long have I been playing? So I've only been playing Minecraft year and a half, 18 months or so, maybe coming up on 2 years. And so I got into it. My younger brother had started playing on mobile, and obviously I'd heard of Minecraft. It's never gotten into it myself, and kind of knew the general concept of the game, but not much. And so he got into it and started sharing some of the stuff that he was building and making, and then I started watching a lot of content. YouTube is where it started, and then on Twitch, and quickly fell in love with the game before I even started playing it myself. And then quickly after I started playing it, just continued to build, the love for it. And Minecraft's just one of those games that it just doesn't get old. Like, there's some times where you'll hit a bit of a creative lull and have a hard time thinking, okay, well, what do I do next? But for me, when that happens, I just go watch some other content creators, see what they're up to, and get inspired on new ideas, new ways to do things, then I'm right back at it again. Okay, I'm curious if we can do this where it won't have to all respawn. Take that out. So we've got our infinite water source, and I'm wondering if we can just expand this to keep me from having to throw down a bunch of this ice. I don't know if it's gonna work. Is that gonna do it? Nope. All right. Throw down. Looks like probably this whole back row we'll just do to be safe. I think all my picks are silk touch on me right now, so we'll have to hand break these real quick. Okay, so that is it. Perfect. So let's give this another minute or two, fill up a bit more, and take the rest of these. So, Mr. Lemony, I assume you played Minecraft. It sounds like you wanted to try streaming before. Do you play on the PS4 or Xbox? And how long have you been playing for? We'll go until we've got 50, just to be safe. I don't think we'll need that much, but I'd rather get too much than not enough at this point. I don't want to have to come back for anything else until this thing's done. We'll need to craft a few hoppers, and once we actually build up this water or this item elevator, we'll see how we want it to filter into the storage system. I think I've got an idea, but we'll want to figure that out as we bring everything up. So you play on the PS4 as well. We've been playing for 4 or 5 years. Yeah, Minecraft, man, it'll get you. I feel like I came into it at a great time. I mean, that's very arguable that there's always been a great time for Minecraft and Mojang. But I feel like the past couple of years, they just have really elevated so much of what they do. I mean, the Nether update obviously was revolutionary. opened up so many new avenues, different block palettes, made the Nether a place you actually want to go exploring instead of just the same exact 3 blocks repeated for eternity, you know? And then the Caves and Cliffs update, that's going to be huge. I feel like there's just so much hype with Minecraft right now, so it's a really fun time. And I'm sure that the pandemic has amplified that. I feel like people are probably playing more video games than they were beforehand because everybody's at home a whole lot more. I know I play a lot more games than I did, you know, a year ago at this time. And so I'm sure that combination has helped propel a lot of their creative expansions, I guess. So it's exciting to see where it's going to go. Oh, you're watching on the PS4. Yeah, I recently downloaded the Twitch app on my PS4 too, and it's pretty fun to play. It's crazy how much PlayStations can do, and all consoles, I guess. So none of your friends play anymore. What a bunch of punks. Yeah, I mean, I feel like those who really get into Minecraft get in it for the long haul. I mean, those that I've met that play Minecraft are people who've played for years. There's not a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, you know, occasionally I'll try it out, and it's kind of in my, you know, 15 game rotation. Every couple of years I get back in it, but I feel like it's one of those ones that when people get in it, they get hooked. And obviously it's not that way for everybody, but I feel like by and large, because I mean, for me, I've always loved strategy games. I've always loved creative games that have avenues for you to make it your own. I feel like that's something that I've always gravitated towards. And then even just like collection games, like even looking back to my childhood stuff like playing Pokemon, you know, the idea of collecting different Pokemon, and as you get older, got into like shiny hunting, if you know what that is. But so I feel like for me, Minecraft is the perfect pairing of collection and building stuff, but also just a creative outlet to really make stuff your own. Oh, yeah, I can jump down now. So for me, Minecraft is not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, we don't need any more packed ice. I've had to craft up a few more, but I think we're set. Yeah, you focus on Redstone, your best friend still plays, he explores. Yeah, that's what's great about the game too, is there's so many different ways that you can embrace it, that it really can be applied to almost any skill set, or any, not even skill set, but just like play preference. Like you said, I mean, you love Redstone, Buddy loves exploring. Some people are all just about building pretty things. You know, like they want to just make stuff look good. And so just going back to the point, it's just a game that I feel like really works for so many different people. Oh, man, I thought I had another pickup here, but I guess not. I might need one, because it's going to be a pain to mine all of that out without, as I start to get down into the water, not having at least a diamond pick is going to be a pain. So let's see what we got over here. I think we've got some non-silk touch ones left. Even if they're about to break, doesn't matter. We'll see if this makes it. That could be a very bad choice. Who cares? Oh no, we're down in the trading hall now. I used to have depth strat around these boots until they broke, but now I don't. Make all your bases into the mountains. Yeah, man, that's what I'm doing now. I really think it's fun. It's just a fun thing. Oh, and I think I just knocked that torch out. Yeah, I want to make sure we close that up. Oh, boy. All right, let's swim up before we die. Perfect. Just in time. Yeah, I mean, the mountain generations are really neat in this game. They've got a lot of cool ones where you'll come across, and it's just a really unique, bizarre generation. And so that's something I've always been gravitated to as well, is finding unique mountain ranges or mountain generations and then building around on top of them, in them. I think it's really fun. But it's also, I mean, it's just, it takes, I feel like, more maybe more creativity to make creative builds in non-creative environments, if that makes sense. Like taking a desert, for example. I mean, a desert, there's nothing. And so if you're gonna make something that looks incredible, you could argue it could take more creativity than something like a cool mountain range and then building off of that. But I don't know. You could also argue it takes more creativity to take a unique frame and fit your goals and stuff into that frame. So, don't know. Works for everybody again. Whatever you prefer. Oh my goodness. Hopefully we can make it down. I think we're just a few off, so I think we should be fine. Perfect. And then just that, and that should make it all into an elevator. Yeah, I think we're all set. We'll test it real quick just to make sure it takes us all the way up. Perfect. Okay. So I think we're gonna funnel it into these chests here. I think I've got some iron up here and some wood. Yeah, here's a few chests. One of these has iron in it. 32. I don't know if that'll be enough hoppers for what we'll need, but we'll start with those. And that pick survived, surprisingly. And so we'll bring it over. I think we might need to go back one more. We'll start it up in the top one, and then we can bring it down. And so we want it to funnel right into the back of this guy. And so we'll need to bring this up a few more blocks. I guess it would probably be easier to filter it into that side there. I think that should work fine still. And so we'll put a few of those in to start. All right, we'll see you, man. Thanks for stopping by today. Appreciate it. Yeah, keep your notifications on. We'll hopefully catch you here another time, but enjoy your lunch. Okay, so we need to filter those out here later, but I think that should be fine. One of those glass. Do we have glass on me? I do have some. Okay, cool. It's always fun to have water elevators behind glass so you can see everything as it's moving. It's probably around there is as tall as we'll go with that. Bed on me. Perfect. Yeah, so we'll make all of those into water sources. We'll bring the bubble elevator up. I'm trying to think of the logistics of how we'll pour it through. We'll just start with making these all water sources and see what happens. We'll start right there. Oh, come on. Oh, it's one more. That was all I had. Dang it. I'm dying. There we go. Okay, and I think if we just make that a water source, that should pour all the items over. We do want to put a sign up there to block that, though. And that should carry everything into that. Barely enough ice. Let's let that go for a minute. 'Cause think it should fill that first and then it'll extend down. I really don't remember how these things work. Either way, we'll take a look at how many sugarcane we have in these. We'll just take any sugarcane out for now. Just so we can observe it and see what happens. For now, we'll throw it into here. We got a bunch of random blocks we can throw in here. I do want to keep this out though, because we need to build this back up in a minute. So I'm hoping that's still active down there. We'll just give it a minute to see what happens. I'll go repair the outside while we're waiting. So right here, where was that at? It's not this far over, is it? No way. Huh. No, it's got to be further down. Right there. Yeah, perfect. Ooh, in the air fryer. That sounds dope, man. What you eating? Yeah, I need to get me an air fryer. These things are legit. I think we'll just go ahead and block it off. I'll leave a little bit of space in case we need to come in and check on it here in a minute, but leave it like that. Do have a couple of torches left. Yeah, these look out of place. We'll just rip those out real quick. Alright, hopefully something will be working in there and we'll see it actually functioning properly. Oh yes, it worked. Dope. Okay, let's check it and see if there's anything that looks like there's anything getting stuck up here. Okay, it doesn't look like it. It's a pretty simple water stream, so nothing should be getting stuck, flowing directly into it. See if we can wait here a few seconds if anything pops through. How old am I? I am 28. Give that, maybe it's a minute. I don't want to sit here too long, but I really want to see something come up so I can watch it work. And then the last thing I'll do today is I'll go back down and just encase that water stream so that nothing can get in there. And that'll probably it. Look like your dad, gross. I mean, you got a good looking dad, what can I say? I think we can throw a few blocks up here too. Yeah, whatever. It works. Got any kids? I do. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter. And she is the absolute cutest thing in the world. Ugh. Come on. How am I gonna do this? We'll just take out these top ones. Throw that in and then jump over. Perfect. Yeah, I think we kept, yep, we did keep that smooth stone on us. Supposed to come out? Yeah, okay. Perfect. It is functional. It's not functioning fast yet, but it's working. Okay, so last thing, make sure we've got, take a little bit more stone with us. And we'll go cover up the inside. I think we have a couple of torches. See if we've got any other ones lying around. Or even just any coal. I think we've got some coal in one of these things. Yeah, there's a little bit. Make sure everything's lit down there. Dad got you into gaming, got you your own PC at 8. Dude, that's dope. Yeah, my dad, he's definitely not a gamer. He's a great guy, but yeah, he definitely does not understand video games, you could say. I think it's pretty common for dads of parents of his generation, though. Very different. Games become a part of your life. Yeah, me too. I mean, it's one of those things that it's a great creative outlet. It's a way you can meet friends. It's something that you can bond with people over. And it's something that I think a lot of people overlook is how it can really be a mentally stimulating activity. People think, oh, video games will rot your brain, but it's not the case. Most games, especially stuff like Minecraft, it requires a lot of strategy, a lot of conceptualization of ideas, of concepts, of problem solving, and so obviously it's not every game is going to be that way, but there's some that really can be a fantastic thing for your mind. So I think a lot of the negative perceptions that were around gaming, 10 years ago are changing as well, which is nice to see. Okay, let's get up there. Oh, didn't realize I did that on different layers. Does not matter. Don't intend to really come down here very often once this thing's functional. A few tests here and there. If it breaks, I need to know where it is. So I may throw one glass block in there just in case I need to come back. I can know that that's where that part is. I can take this water source out now. Also, as military buddies play with us, so it's never boring in voice chats. Yeah, I'm sure they've got some pretty intense conversations going on being all in the military. I never served in the military. I've got some family that have, but my experience with people in the military is they tend to have pretty colorful language, which personally I think is always fun. Some people aren't as open-minded, so I'm sure if you guys are playing any kind of strategy or action games, things can get pretty intense. That's probably really fun. Okay, well, I think that is where we're going to end things today. Finished off the farm. It's functional. We've got the storage system working. Appreciate you guys for all stopping by today, and we will see you again soon. Peace.